Hello everyone, my name is Sahil and I'm a real estate consultant, counselor, and welcome to the episode 9 of the series of how to rate your residential property or a project. Okay, so in this episode, we're going to talk about Gentry. How important is Gentry? First, what is Gentry? Gentry is nothing what kind of people actually live in a society. So, let's use an example. So if a society only consists of investor, so the gentry is investor. So the owners are investor. So investor is not going to come and live there. So the gentry is not defined because everyone would be a renter. And when the majority of people who are in a society are renters, then you don't know what kind of people are going to live there. So there is no defined income group, no defined standard, no defined occupation. I mean, random people will be coming and there won't be any familiarity or anything. It might turn out to be great, but if everyone is investor, then the rules and regulation won't be that great. The quality of living won't be great. The RW won't be able to function in that sense. If a end user goes to an investor in a property which is majority owned by investors, then the end user will be having problem because the tenants will be continuously changing, and so you do interact with the people who lives in the society. You don't interact with the people who are outside of the society. You do, but in a very limited manner. But you'll be interacting to a lot of people who live in the society in terms of RWA, in terms of you're walking the park and you're doing anything. You're going inside a lift, in and going in and out of the project or the society. You'll be interacting with them some way or another. Then if it's majority of investor, then it will be a problem for end user. Same thing goes for in the other way. If the majority is end user and you are investor, so then there is a problem for investor because majority of people won't be, if I mean, won't consider you when they're you, in the sense you won't be considering the investor when they're making decision based on, I mean, RW decision based on your benefit. So the decision would be based on the owner's benefit, not you, and you won't be able to vote it out or do anything about it. So you have to be, I mean, a little bit of investor and little bit of end user. That's how you create a gentry. A little more of example, I mean different example to give a broader and wider picture. uh, if you are a pet owner, okay, and you want to buy a flat or to live in it, and you're a pet owner, and pet owners don't get the opportunity to live in majority of societies because we don't have pet friendly societies. So if you invest in a project which is not pet friendly, then you're going to have a problem because you'll have your pet and this is going to create a ruckus. So if you're a pet owner, try to book a flat in a, or I mean, you have to rate that way, that the rating goes in that sense. If you're a pet owner, then you have to think of a society which is pet friendly. Majority of people are pet owner, then you'll have common rules and regulation. There won't be any problem. You won't be suffering a lot. This is how this is a particular scenario where you have to alter the rating according to your need, right? Now the vice versa can be true. If you're a not so pet friendly person and you go and start living in a society which the majority of tenants or the owners are pet owners, and you're not comfortable in around pets and you're scared of pets, then this is going to be a problem for you. If you bought a house in a pet friendly society, then this is going to be a problem for you, and this is something you have to think about it. Now there is a new concept coming, is adult enabled, I mean old age enabled houses. So what does it offer? They offer a variety of service for old people. So they have ambulance there in the society, doctors there in the society, one click away helpers are there, the platforms are made in a way there are wheelchair accessible, uh, less stairs, a lot of ramps are used so that old people can walk and do things. So that kind of a living is also now famous. So if you're end user who wants to live there in a, that kind of a society. So you'll be interacting with old people all day, and you'll be having problem because the interest is not aligned. It's not that old people, I mean, you'll be having problem with old people. It's just your interest as a young couple or a young bachelor will different from the old people, and there will be a little bit of problem, and vice versa. So these are a couple of examples. So you have to think about it. Also, if you're investing, you invest in a flat which is old people friendly, so the bachelor or a young couple renting out would be less. So you have to think about what kind of investment you're doing. If you're investing in such project, the only renter would be old people, so the pool of rental goes less and the premiumness of rental will be affected. So I've covered both end user and investor in the example. So you have to think about the Gentry and then rate it. So you have to consider what are you. Are you an end user, investor? Are you a young couple or you're old age? Whatever your scenario is, and then make a decision of rating. So I prefer a balance. If 50-50 is not, chances of that is quite low. But if there is 60-40 or 70-30, 70% of end user and 30% investor, 60% end user, 40% investor, then this is a nice balance. You can go ahead and rate it 8.5 or 9, maybe 9 also. And if the balance is distorted, so everyone is an end user and you are also an end user, then you can rate it as a 10, because not 10, 9. And if everyone is an investor, then that particular society can go to 1 or 2 if you're an end user. And if you're an investor and everyone an investor, then you can go around 5. Because the problem with everyone being an investor is that the functioning of the society won't be that great, because the people who live, who own and who live will actually care more about the function of the society. The renter would be caring more about themselves, so then the premiumness will be affected in terms of renting. So that is something you have to be thinking about, right? So this is it for this video. I hope this made sense to you. And I mean, if you have anything, any doubt, the comment section is your forum. Please do comment, share your thoughts, whatever you like. If you're enjoying it, please do comment loving it. And thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.